Hello everybody, my name is Shooter101 and welcome to another YouTube video. It's been a long time. I'm working on another project, but that project is not for you guys, it's for my friend Anthony. I hope he doesn't watch my YouTube videos because otherwise I might have just spoiled that for him. Anyway, welcome. So, I found a new video game. It's not actually all that new. I don't know when it was released. Hold on. I was about to say some things about this game because I've actually really liked it. I've played it for about 8 hours now. Right, okay, this game came out in 2020, so it's kind of new. Not really. It's still in early access, but that's okay. It's supposed to be supposedly coming out like fully soon-ish. We're not they seem unsure on that. I'm not sure how many developers there are but from what I've gathered there's maybe one or two. Not that many developers. This game can be summed up in also the game is called Kingdoms Reborn. I should lead with that. This game can probably be summed up as like Civilization slash Banished slash Anno. Um, Not everyone knows what Banished is. I've been looking at like the comments of this game, like the discussions and things. People have been like, "What would you describe this game as?" And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, kind of like Anno." Civilization doesn't do it justice, but like it's inspired by Banished, Anno, and Civilization. It's an awesome game. It's kind of an RTS, kind of city building game. It's a little bit of everything, and it's not turn based. Despite its inspirations coming from Civilization, it's not turn based. But there are some elements of this game that you can definitely tell are Civilization based. The resources, for instance, where they are placed, how the world generation works, and armies. Everything else is like Anno slash um, Civilization. So the way the game works is you're kind of put in a weird spot. And I say weird spot as in like I'll show you. All right, welcome to the main page. So right now in the game, there are only um, four different civilizations you can choose from. Let's call them that. They're not really civilizations. They're more like cultures, I guess. And I have a specific term for this that I keep forgetting because it is weird. Cultural factions. There you go. That's what they call them in this game. But you know, if you're used to Age of Empires stuff like that, you have four different like empires that you can choose or civilizations that you can choose. So you can choose Norsemen, you can choose Emirates, you can choose the duchies, or you can choose Shogunate. Basically, Asian, European, African, and then Scandinavian. There you go. There are actually some references to things as well. That's not even 100% accurate either, because I mean technically this could also be European. Anyway, so you have a bunch of different icons you can choose from. Doge is in here, and you can choose different color schemes and different portraits. Again, Doge is in here. Don't ask why. There's Gandhi. So yeah, you can pick any of these, and then if you're not in that, you can actually like pick kind of different things, and it will tell you if you're playing a high difficulty thing, if you're playing kind of like a medium difficulty. You can choose a bunch of different options. So you can have like peaceful AI, so they won't actually do anything to you. You can play like a peaceful game on your own, and you can do any of these things. You can change the difficulty, which basically just changes the amount of consumption that you use. So you can do 0% consumption, so everything is just what the base level is set at. Normal is like 30% consumption. So that could be for food, fuel, stuff like that. It's for everything that you consume. No card draw. I have on no card draw because essentially if you want a different game every single time, you can do default. And what will happen is every time you... well, yeah, there you go. You get one card each season, and essentially it'll give you a selection of random cards. Whereas if you pick no card draw, you get kind of a varying thing there. You can pick it from any of the options, essentially. You can have up to 15 AI, I believe 15 players as well. Three different world sizes, different difficulties, we already covered that. You can choose seeds, which you can use numbers or actual letters. Kind of cool, you can change all of these things. Another game that I would equate this to, actually, is Stellaris. I would equate this game to Stellaris in some manner of speaking. But there are a ton of things that you can manage within the game. Like, there are so many things that you can do. There are two ways to win that I have seen so far. World domination, so basically you destroy all of the AI, or the AI destroys everyone else, or building four wonders, which you unlock by aging up and also by unlocking certain upgrades. So this game is actually pretty fun. You can play it. You could also just do it like where you're on your own, and you're the only way to win this game on your own is to get the four things, the four wonders. But yeah, you can do it in any number of ways that you want to. I usually play on easy. I'm not gonna lie. But the problem with that is, I've noticed very quickly, you overscale and outscale your opponents so fast. It's not even funny. Like, you will outscale everyone pretty much immediately. So that's one thing you can do, or you can just do some normal stuff. I've not played the Duchy yet, so we'll do that. I have played this game as the Norseman and as the Japanese Shogunate. Basically Japanese. You can tell because of the fact that they make sushi and sake. They make so many things, and also the building styles for each civilization, I'm going to call them, because it's just what I'm used to. So good. You eventually get to the point of colonization as well. The way the world map generates is so freaking awesome. This is just the seed that I play on, which is going to be the exact same seed that I just played on, because I literally just did this seed. I literally just finished the game with this seed, so I already know where a really good spot to start is, and that's right up in here. But as we can see down here, there's a AI that has chosen kind of the Sahana here, which I don't even know. You can kind of see what civ they chose, yeah. So they're gonna have some benefits in the desert. There are some colder places here. You can see here are the Vikings. Kind of these are the Norsemen, and then you get some. They're not really AI. There are some enemy villages around that you can claim, and they'll pay you. Here we have the Shogunates, and there's Goku, and he'll absolutely destroy the world. So yeah, there's a couple of really cool places that you could start. I mean, actually, this is a really good start point too, and no one's here, so. Crap, I might go with this, because this is actually a really nice starting point. So we'll go with that. Before you start the game, you can choose, like, to pay for a bunch of different things. You can choose more wood or less wood or whatever. So we'll just confirm that. I like a generic basic bitch start. I'm going to choose investment. I don't need a tutorial. I'm going to choose improved farming. Basically, the way that I'm going to go about doing this to start is I'm going to build a mushroom farm, and so these are your special buildings. These will give you agriculture, industry, services, things like that, and this down here will give you roads, storage yards, and houses. I don't know why I'm hiccuping today. It's a good day to hiccup, I guess. So you can build a bunch of houses. This is kind of my basic start. I built one too many houses, but that's okay. And yeah, this is basically how the game starts. You just try to make sure that you have food. It basically starts exactly how Banished starts, and then obviously you can buy like a new thing right away if you want to. You can buy all of these things, and we'll just claim like a large territory for that. So it's kind of a good start for that. We can then buy coal mines and stuff. But really, first things first, we need wood, we need food, and that's why we're building a mushroom farm, because the mushroom farm will give us that food. But we need wood, we need food, and we need houses. And so we're building most of those things right now, starting off with food, because that being probably the most important thing. And then after you build your first house, you basically unlock upgrades. So we'll get that done fairly shortly, actually. Yeah, so all of these houses will start getting built. I'm so used to having the finish building button when you're rich. So much money. Now, you can go for different builds. Obviously, there are so many different options to choose from. Whenever you level up your town hall, you get a new, a couple of new perks that you can see. Yeah, here's your tech tree. So I'm going to go trade first because... So, this game, I made this mistake. and a lot of people have apparently made this mistake. You are not to make yourself self-sufficient. Trade is essential, like really essential. Um, I was self-sufficient as Japan, um, and I probably can be self-sufficient in this spot again, but yeah, you're not supposed to be fully self-sufficient. There are going to be things that you do need to trade for, um, and I definitely have traded with people in this game, like AI and things. Like it is essential to the game loop. You can do it without, but trading also, if you gift things to people and stuff like that, you also can increase your like rep with people. So very awesome thing that you can do. All right, so we're gonna build a thing there, and we can actually get the wood by simply building a storage thing, and then also by I just want to cut down these trees. So, and yeah, the way the worker system and everything works is exactly the same as Banished. If you guys don't know what Banished is, I recommend you check that out. Um, I don't really know how to describe Banished is like a harder SimCity. The reason I like this game better than Banished, by the way, because it plays like the way the building system and everything works is almost exactly the same. The reason I like this game better than Banished is because of the age up system. Like it feels like Age of Empires mixed with Civilization. Genuinely, it feels like all of these awesome games that I used to play, all mixed up into one thing. So that's awesome. But yeah, so and then obviously, so you get two different types of cards. Not obviously, you get two different types of cards. Some that can be used, as you can see here, on these buildings, but if I try to click this, it won't work. It needs to be slotted into a town hall. A town hall, you can get multiple, so you can put that there. And then basically, the more money I'll have, obviously the more stuff I'll get as well. Territories also give you money as well, so the more territories you own, you can see they have a base income. Houses give you income. However, keep in mind that every building also has an upkeep. I'm not sure. Not every building. Sorry, these buildings have upkeep. So buildings that actually do stuff for you will have upkeep, and this just happens to be one of those buildings that will also have upkeep. Yeah. So it's a fun little game. It's very enjoyable when you get into it. It starts slow, but I mean, what strategy game doesn't start slow? You can also speed up the time. You can slow down the time depending on what you need. Spacebar slows the game down. I want to reconfigure the way the speed up and slow down buttons work because right now it's like 1, 2, 3 instead of like plus or minus, which I would very much like. But we'll see. I wonder if it... Oh my god, it works on the numpad too. That's awesome. But yeah, so we can see food. Another thing about this game, you can see your GDP, which mine's negative 714. Wow. You can see your population, you can see your revenue, you can see your technologies all throughout the video game, and you can see everyone's thing as well. If you're doing a multiplayer game, I have yet to do a multiplayer game. I might if I learn the game a little bit better. We shall see. But yeah, then you can look further into statistics here, what is all going on. You can see the level of your houses, level 1 for me right now. Leveling houses works by getting luxury items, which obviously when you don't have food or anything, that's kind of like a last thing that you do. Yeah. And then you can obviously upgrade buildings as well, so we can give that intensive care, and then less wood is, or we get more mushrooms per wood, basically. So, yeah, the game's really fun. I like it. It's actually really relaxing, believe it or not. It's not super like hyper stressful. I like it. I'm used to like RTS games being hyper stressful, but like in this case, it's relaxing. The only issue of where I built just now, I don't think I can build a colony anywhere. In the future. I'm not sure if I'll do a series on this. I guess it'll be depending on how well this is perceived. I don't think I can build a colony literally anywhere. There's a city here. I also just realized that the only resource I really have up here is iron and coal, which I mean is not bad. Like, we'll get salmon and stuff later, I guess, but that, yeah. I picked a bit of a bad spot. Typically, you want to be on a river as well, which we do have a river in our colony. Yeah, sorry, in our space we have water. So what we could do is we could put like a fishing lodge, and actually it works on the shore as well. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine then. So we can, yeah, we can build a bunch of different things, and game's really good. At, I thought there was like a really high. Yeah, that'd be great if it was out in the middle of the water. So yeah, we could build fishing stuff out there. So we'll probably build a fishing city in a minute. And this is our stuff going there. But yeah, so it gives you statistics on everything that you're doing and everything that you have. I'm actually going to go build that fishing lodge now. Provided I find like a really good, that's a decent spot. And then you want to have a house close to it. And then also you want a storage yard to be kind of close to it as well. So this is, you know, it's kind of going to be a community area in a little bit. We can get a tavern, we can get a quarry, we will want a quarry, but first, so there's a couple of things we need to keep track of, and, well, let's see. I'm not really producing anything at the moment, so I shouldn't be trading. I don't need any of those materials to be bought yet. We're going to be saving money and eventually trading, but selling mostly. I hope. With this spot, it should mostly be selling, honestly. Yeah, so you can build roads in between, like, little towns that you make within your main town. You can only claim up to, I believe, 7 provinces / territories away from where you are. So keep that in mind. It is not infinite. You cannot just build a massive, like, worldwide city. You do need to do it, like, the furthest I could probably go is, like, maybe to the coal. I don't think I could actually go all the way up here and do iron. So there we go. We got our trading port. We can go back into the tech tree. Basic medicine might be good. Yeah, we'll do basic medicine. So we're doing the basic stuff first, and then you get into your luxury items like pottery, furniture, brew, beer, and stuff like that. So, and depending on which like civilization you are, your luxury items will change. And some places have very specific luxury items. So, for instance, if you pick the shogunates, you get sushi, which isn't a luxury item. That's just food. But you can get green tea. You can get like sake and different types of sake by that as well. You can get a couple of different things that I seem to be forgetting off the top of my head. But like for instance, the Norse have honey mead, which is a luxury. Basically, anything alcoholic is a luxury. I think these guys have wine, but I could be wrong about that. That might be. Oh yeah, and then obviously you need coal and stuff to keep warm. So you need fuel. Of which my civ has none. That's okay. We can make a. We don't have wood. Kind of what we're waiting on. So we can actually make it so that people stop building things and that we just strictly get wood. So that we can survive the winter. Oh. Or they're just gonna keep building things. You know what? That's fine too. I hope no one dies. We can probably actually, like, talk to people. Well, we can't trade. Okay. Well, we'll become friends. We'll declare friendship. And then essentially I have to hope that we gather fuel. Which we are indeed doing, so people are warm now. That's good. People are not freezing to death. That's really good. We have 19 out of 24. You can check population to see if anyone did die. There's always notifications up here as well. But yeah. Always nice to just be able to check. You can get your year summaries. No one's in that house. Okay. No one's moved in yet. Yeah, so we're making wood right now. It's good times. Yeah, I just made the realization that that's in a really unfortunate spot. Okay, we're gonna put the coal mine there. Coal mine? Coal mine. You know, building it's gonna be cold. We're gonna build a quarry as well. These are the resources we need to survive, so... that is what I shall do. And then you can build, like, storage and stuff elsewhere. Okay, so that should be fine. These people can get going on building these things again. I could care less if they don't. Food is important, obviously. Coal is important, so everything here is just kind of important. Right, and then sometimes immigrants will come to your city, and sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they will give you books and things, and I usually like sustainability because, or passion, because like things just get better. So now we're waiting on wood. We have coal. We can upgrade the shaft there to make it more efficient. And yeah, there you go. For the most part, I like to keep everything kind of like, I don't really know how to describe that. I like to keep things separate to a degree. So like I don't like cutting trees down, for instance. But in this case, it kind of had to happen that way. Okay. We're about to unlock basic medicine. And for the first little phase, I just realized you can't actually, you can't actually, make army. So that's something. I usually like beer first. I don't know why. Beer's just fun. So we'll do beer first. We have now unlocked medical herbs, which unlocks the farm. And then we can unlock some other... Whoa! Holy shit, this area is fertile. Alright, well... massive freaking farm it is, I guess. Yeah, that's awesome. Perfect. So now what we're waiting on is we're waiting on wood. We have that, so that's fine. So it'll cut all of the trees in this area, hypothetically. I don't know if they actually do, but it will be this will be cutting wood. And then eventually we'll need more stone tools as well, but that can wait. Basically just waiting on resources so that we can build the house, the storage yard, and the fishing lodge. Fishing lodge obviously being... getting really crucial at this point, actually, because I need food. We can speed that up. And yeah, we can see we have laborers and builders, but they just don't seem to be doing much. Because we don't have wood. But then that comes in the trade hand, which we'll get in a minute. Whenever the new season pops in, we'll get a new card, which I will use, and I will use it as wood. How's my GDP, by the way? Hey, I have some money. Checking my watch just to make sure I'm not going overboard for time. I mean, we've almost been recording for 30 minutes, so I think we're pretty much ready to call it a first episode. But yeah, this is what the game is, and I like it. It's really, the music is great. It's nice and calming. Sometimes it gets a little intense even when nothing's happening, which is kind of weird. There's lots of different mechanics to the game. There are so many, you can actually see it right now. There are so many different resources that you can get, and so many different things you can do. Oh, bonsai is another thing that is exclusive to the shogunates. Yeah, right. So you can do so many things in this game, and it is absurd, but it's awesome at the same time. I have very much enjoyed playing this game. Yes, please. Oh, you don't sell wood. You suck. Hey, I need wood, though. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I like how they're building the farm first, but we need wood. Like, I need to make freaking... I need food. I don't think that actually boosts its efficiency in the sense that I want it to. Basically, what we can do is we can cancel... We can cancel people working on these. And then basically what they'll do with the wood is they'll put it into this. Which is exactly what we need. We need fishing. Like, we need food. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. They have nowhere else to put it, so the game's just like, okay, we're going to give the fishing lodge food. And that's what it's going to do. And basically, I think the game prioritizes food anyway. But I'm just doing this so it boosts it even more because I really need that fish. I'm not too worried about heating right now. We have heating. We're just low on food, which is an issue. But we keep getting more mushrooms, so that's a plus. But yeah, we don't have wood and we don't have food, so. And then basically, once one more person comes in with a piece of wood, this gets built, which for some reason... Oh, no, there's wood. This guy ran away with coal. And also, look at that. There's wood right there in the most medium senses, but it's fine. Yeah, okay, so now they're going to build the fishing lodge. And we will get food. Because people are starting to starve. And even though we do have mushrooms coming in quite quickly and quite often, it's not often enough. So I'll build a couple of fishing places. Like, you can make so many along a river. Something I didn't take into account is that it actually tells you what area is being fished. So I put like a bunch next to each other and I wasn't getting any fish anymore. So good tip. Good tip. Something you could figure out pretty easily, and something that if you're not an absolute moron like I am, you'd probably figure that out. But oh well. Okay. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up these things because we need these things to be a thing. And now we're gonna be making more food anyway, so that's really good. One more thing that will need to be made at some point is a stone tool shop. We can claim another province as well. I don't have money because I just paid for a province. Yeah, anyway, this is the game. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things you can do, a lot of planning and organization. It is a city builder. at heart. Really, the combat and stuff isn't as important as everything else. You can still win a game without killing everyone. You could basically become Gandhi and friend everyone and like just not get killed. And essentially, oh, auto saving. Okay, sees me as a threat. Okay, he's a warmonger. That's why. No anything there. I could still declare friendship with him though. And then over here as well, like you can do all of the diplomatic things here. Actually, great. You know, you can have conversations, and dialogue does change depending on your relationship. So, you dare tread these lands, your next step could be your last, kind of thing. Like I could just, you know, but they're Vikings, so they don't give a shit. All right. Anyway, good game. I've been enjoying it thoroughly, and I will continue to enjoy it thoroughly. One thing I could do, because now I have the resources. Yeah, there's a copy and paste thing as well that you can use, which I should be utilizing more than I have been, but oh well. So yeah, you basically can do anything and everything. Game's a lot of fun, that's for damn sure. I've really enjoyed playing it. It's been a blast to play, and I will forever enjoy playing it. I think I'll have a good time with it because it's been such a good game to play recently. And I like just bought this as well. I saw it on Steam. It's on sale. I saw it on Steam and I saw it like I was looking at videos on it and I was like, do I really want a game like this? And yeah, I do. So there we go. And yeah, now we've unlocked the second. You get two different like tech trees, and this is one of them, and it's great. Some people I've been noticing would prefer that you don't get cards because the tech tree exists. I kind of like it because it kind of limits how much you can do at a certain time, but it also doesn't at the same time because you earn so many cards anyway. Like I have never been able to use 100% of the cards because I have never had enough resources to use 100% of the cards. So the fact that it gives you the cards and you can still like lose things and gain things, it's kind of nice. I'll just mine those because yep, I need stone. And yeah, this game is actually really nice. It's a good game. I definitely recommend it. Anyway, with that being said, I've gone over the 30-minute mark now, and I do have an appointment that I have to go to. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Maybe this, depending, maybe not. We'll see. Have a great one.